It's back. It's 2019. It is the revival of the Millvale Music Minute, broadcasting from Mr. Smalls Theater, the beautiful, beautiful Mr. Smalls Theater, where we had three, not one, not two, but three stages last year, which was an incredible, incredible experience. Tim Vitullo knows that firsthand. He performed at one of those three stages, and we had a conversation last year on the balcony right outside of the main stage. Glad to have Tim back here in studio for the Millvale Music Minute. First edition, 2019, first of the year, first of the season. Big announcements. The festival date is out there. Let's just put that out there for everybody. It is going to be May 11th, the day before Mother's Day, as we have done over the last 2 years. So we're going to stick with that tradition where we're not afraid of the rain. We're coming back from the monsoon. We've survived, and we're gonna stick it to Mother Nature, and we're gonna stick on the same date. And we're resilient, and we're gonna survive. And the festival is gonna be bigger than ever. That's May 11th, all throughout town, multiple locations. You know the drill. We'll have the schedule up there. We have so many new things in store for you this year in 2019 that we will be revealing over the months, over the weeks. We're gonna do a bi-weekly show with the Millvale Music Minute for now, and we're gonna really dive into some new and exciting technological advances that are coming to the Millvale Music Festival. I'm happy to say that we are continuing the trend of being the most tech-savvy festival in all of Pittsburgh, and that includes the tech festivals, by the way. So, really excited about some of those new enhancements that we have coming for you. Of course, you can find out all of the news, all of the information at our Facebook page at Millvale Music Minute, on Twitter, on Instagram, and at millvalemusic.org. So lots of great stuff there. Also, if you are a musician and you are listening now, alert, alert. If you're a visual artist, alert. The submission forms are up. They are available. We're going to talk with Tim here in a few minutes about his upcoming performance at the second Saturday concert that we have coming up at Cousins Lounge. So that's this Saturday. We're going to talk about the performance. We're going to talk about why he's getting involved to help bring local music here into Millvale, and we have a live performance from Tim as well. That's all on the agenda for today's show. But let's start with the band submissions. Let's start with the visual artist submissions. That's all at millvalemusic.org. We'll bring up the website here if you're watching with us live on Facebook. We've got millvalemusic.org. If you're listening to us on the podcast, we'll try to talk you through it, and we're going to explain how to apply for this year's festival. It's really easy. It's very simple. Go to millvalemusic.org. You have this big, beautiful logo, which will be changing. We have new artwork coming for this year's festival. We just don't have it finished yet by the incredible Bob Cornell, who does just incredible work. He did all of our imaging last year, including the logo that you see on the main screen right now. So we're going to bring Bob in to bring in an entirely new design to stick with our art theme, which I'm really happy that we have brought art into the Millvale Music Festival. We're not the first ones to add music to art, but I think we did a fantastic job, and I'm glad to see the other festivals in the area are following suit. So millvalemusic.org, if you don't even have to scroll down, it's right here on the top, but if you are so inclined to scroll down, you can see all of our fantastic sponsors from 2018. Of course, that list will be updated as well as the year goes on. But if you click right here, it's the third tab over. It says Millvale musical talent submission. If you click that, you will see right there a form, a Google form that you can fill out to apply for the festival. So it's real simple. You just go through. It asks for your email, asks what type of act you are. It asks what the name of your act is, how many people you have on stage, what age group is the youngest member of your act, and that's really important because that will determine what venue you are in. There are some venues where they don't want underage people because of alcohol and things like that, so this will make sure that you are able to perform the day of the festival. So if you lie on that submission, there's a chance that you won't be able to perform because we'll put you in a place that won't let you play. So it's very important to fill this out honestly and truthfully. What is your smoking preference? That helps some of our non-smokers who do not want to perform in a smoking venue. What style of music you are, where you will see a long list right there. Where can people hear your music? Link to your Facebook page. All of this stuff is right there. Do you perform in an act, or are you an artist respectfully? There's all sorts. It's very detailed, and that's just to help us make sure that we put you in the perfect place to suit your band and to suit our listeners as well. If you're a visual artist, we're really thrilled with what happened last year with the Art on Sedgwick Street. Tim, were you able to walk down to the Art on Sedgwick Street stage?
I did. I spent most of the day there, actually, between all the bands on the stage. We had a bunch of friends who performed there, which was awesome. We got to go up and down and check out all the different installations. It was great. We had adult beverages. If again you're
they closed the street down so you can drink there.
Yeah, that was great. Have a nice sip and peruse and check out some of these local artists. It was the place to be. It was a lot of fun. And whenever the rain did unfortunately come, everyone had tents, and we got even more intimate with all of the
There
art.
you go.
So I think we walked away with a few pieces just because of that.
Man, before the rain, I was walking along Sedgwick Street, and it was so dynamic. There was year one. I often talked about an energy field. It sounds like I'm talking about the Force, where you could walk down the street and feel the energy moving throughout the air as people were roaming the sidewalks of Millvale. And I felt like where the Art on Sedgwick Street stage was located, with the artists on each side of the street, I felt like somebody shot the feeling, the energy from last year with steroids and confined it to a small location and tried to put a lid on it, but they couldn't.
Yeah.
That's how energetic that street was. The pictures that I was able to take in that area were just fantastic. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful scene.
Yeah.
And I think because it's in a compact area, I feel like that really helps make it more appealing for the average viewer. Yeah. Because it's so easy to go from tent to tent to see so many different artists. It's almost like the Three Rivers Arts Festival. Like you take like a little slice of that and put it in Millvale. That's kind of what it feels like.
It was to me it was sort of it was the grand entrance. It was like coming through the Fort Pitt Tunnel, and it's this just breathtaking welcome to Millvale Music Festival. Here it is in all its glory, and it was great. It was perfectly placed. It was right in the middle of everything. So you could dart out and check out other bands at other venues and not be too far away, that you could come back and still enjoy it throughout the day. It was great. The other thing, how it was arranged, too, there wasn't a bad place to stand.
No, it wasn't.
No matter what booth you were at, you still had a great view of the stage. You could hear everything really well.
Mike Zickafus and Mark Panza worked together to put that project on, the Art on Sedgwick Street.
Two superheroes themselves.
Superheroes, yeah. So Mark Panza is known throughout the entire region. It's amazing because when you talk to Mark, he's one of the most humble people you'll ever meet. And you wouldn't know that he is, in many ways, somewhat of a legend in the art community. They will hire him to go to different museums because he's the only person in the entire region that can hang art, certain types of art. I've learned that about him. If anyone's been to the museum, the Baronhof Museum up in Sharpsburg. Have you ever been there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the murals in there, in the pool room?
Yeah.
Mark actually introduced the guy, Charlie Brown, who owned the house, to that artist, and Mark did all of the framing for Chuck Brown when he was alive in that house. So you can see Mark's work right there. That's what I mean. He's everywhere.
Holy cow.
And he doesn't go around, like if it was me, I'd be like, I put the art in the Baronhof. Of course, that was me, Brian Crawford.
Yeah.
Right there. But he doesn't. You don't know it. He's such a humble guy. Fantastic. Is. Mike Zickafus, obviously an up-and-coming legend in the Pittsburgh art community.
Man, yeah.
And I don't think anybody lays out a music festival show, like a festival-style art placement, better than Mike Zickafus. He did the All-Scene event as well, and just walking through that, the way that the artists were placed, it's incredible.
Heck yeah.
So visual artists, you definitely want to apply.
Yeah, I'm amazed by Mike. Like we were just discussing and sort of shocked already. It's time again. You to plan a festival. Us, the hopeful and trying to catch the eye of festivals to get in. We're like, oh man, it just seems like we did this yesterday.
I know.
Mike, he does 2 of them.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, that's
amazing. And
amazing.
in All-Scene, he pretty much he has a few people that help him, but from my understanding, he pretty much does that on his own.
Yeah, that's his baby. Yeah.
The very first thing I did when I brought up the idea of starting the Millvale Music Festival was get a large group of people together to handle the tasks, because I couldn't do what Mike does on a scale that large myself. I need a team. and we have the best team, I think, in the city right here.
Yeah, I from picking around and doing. We did a concert last year at Cousins. We'll be back again. We're going to talk about that. We've been really fortunate, the boys and me, to meet a lot of the team, and man, couldn't find an easier bunch to get on with. Yeah, you guys are really lucky. I
appreciate that.
Yeah, no, we appreciate it. It's always nice to work with good people.
Visual artists, millvalemusic.org. Sign up there. We'll show you your form. It's right here as well. You just click the visual artists tab, and it'll pop up. And you scroll down, and Mike Zickafoos put this together here again and asks for your email address for festival communications, name of artists. Are you a vending artist? If so, what type of art do you sell? Are you a live painter? Are you a live performer? Are you a live performer? If so, what is your talent? If you checked dancer or above, I ask you to describe. Is your act kid-friendly? Again, make sure you answer honestly. Is your act kid-friendly? Because if you don't, you say it is kid-friendly and you're not kid-friendly. I just did a segment on my show. It's called The Top 5, and in there I mentioned many times, you're out of here! We'll kick you out. So basically, if you lie, you'll be kicked out. So don't think that you can pull one over on us because you're out of here. So we've got that as well. Link to Facebook page, contact name, all of that stuff, and that we'll send over to Mark and Mike to check out.
Yeah.
So you're performing at Cousins. Mm-hmm. It's coming up this Saturday.
Yeah.
That place, I will pat myself on the back there. I think they have really increased the amount of music that they have in Cousins since the initial Millvale Music Festival.
I think it is a testament to the region, to people in Pittsburgh who live here, how many non-traditional music venues we have that are thriving, are doing really well, that people are seeking out, that bands want to play at and people want to go see them at. One of the first ones we kind of encountered was the Park House over in Deutschtown, just somewhere that, you kind of walk in, you're like, holy cow, they have bands here. I wonder how that works. And then you go and you have a blast. And Cousins, first time, that was what we thought. We walked in, we're like, oh man, they have bands here, really? Okay, but we played, and I tell you, I mean, there are people kind of right up against you, and you're playing, but just like you were describing with Sedgwick Street, I mean, the energy is so intense. It's people who are there to get into music, to get into it. They're locals. There's people from other neighborhoods who are catching on to all the cool stuff that's going on here in Millvale. And man, it's always fun. We've never had a bad time. A
big shout out to Jenny Signs, who's really been doing a lot to make Cousins a music venue, and to Katie, who is one of the owners, because she has really embraced the local music scene and has really worked hard to make that place a great place to perform. I also want to thank the Double L Bar and Howard's Pub, who have hosted our previous two Millvale Music Second Saturday events. So they've done a great job for us, and all of these things are they're basically events to help us make music a sustaining thing in Millvale and just get people excited about the festival and excited about local music. So we're really thankful to Howard's, to Double L, to Cousins, and to all of the venues that you'll hear about as the Millvale Music Minutes continue.
Yeah.
So why do you do it? Why do you do the Second Saturday events?
Oh man, other than as a musician, I love to see these festivals grow and flourish, and they become a place to go and a place for us to connect with fans. I mean, that's obvious, but I can distinctly remember, for instance, we didn't even perform, but the Groundhog Party last year, that was one of the best parties I went to all year. There's no question.
In general,
that was one of the best nights I had all last year.
Speaking of the Groundhog,
there you go.
Can you see it in the screen? Yeah, you can see it right in the screen. We still have her right up there on the shelf.
So selfishly, why we do it, they're always a hoot. They're always fun. Like I'd be hard pressed to come up with something better to do on a Saturday night. That's honest. I always have a blast. So it's fun to be a part of that. It's fun to be caught up in it. Like we were saying before, it is such a great community that's being forged around this festival. The other bands we've met that have been a part of it, are legitimately interested in becoming your friend and figuring out what you're into. I can't tell you the number of people we met at the festival last year, both who performed and who were spectators, who just, were legitimately interested in what you're doing and being a part of it and finding out more. I talked to so many people, and we were really fortunate last year to go to a lot of different places and play for a lot of people. But that's unique. You don't find that everywhere. And any chance we can to be a part of that, and especially kind of put ourselves out there in our art and something we're trying to do. Absolutely, no questions asked.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this year's event. I'm so excited about the tech that we have coming. I think it's going to blow people away what we have coming out this year.
I'm very excited about the tech. I'm fascinated because it's again, we were fortunate to do a lot of these, and it seems like these small innovations go so far in helping to create for patrons and for people who work and perform and do all of it. Just an incredible experience.
Missy Sorg is a master. She's a mad genius, and she's heading up the tech committee here with the Millvale Music Festival. She's with Sidekick Media Services. They're a returning sponsor. Huh. They can be the sidekick to your superhero project. Check out Sidekick Media Services at sidekickmediaservices.com. They're great. We've got a lot of sponsors that are returning. We'll get into those throughout the weeks and throughout the months. Yep. But I do want to mention the big sponsor. He's returning again. Vicini's distributing. And this year we have some incredible beers which are partnering up with Vicini's. They're all local. They're all nice. From either Pittsburgh or Pennsylvania in general. They're all within the state. So this year our top-tier sponsor is 100% local. And it includes Iron City, Icy Light, Trogs, and Victory.
Nice.
Those are the sponsors for this year, the top sponsors for this year's Millvale Music Festival. Excellent. All fantastic beers, all right here in Pennsylvania, which is great.
Heck yeah. Yeah,
it's wonderful when your sponsors can actually match the message.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we're all local beers, all local music, all local venues. It's all local.
Yeah, it's excellent, and for it to not be a compromise on quality in any way.
Exactly.
I mean, how fantastic.
Well, we're kind of spoiled, I'll be honest, here in Pennsylvania with incredible beer.
Yeah, absolutely. We were just traveling for the holidays, and that was the resounding message: is you got to come. We are in a beer-sance, if you will.
Yes. So Pittsburgh, actually, so much so that they have there's an entire company which all they do is drive people from breweries. It's a bus that goes from brewery to brewery.
Wow.
They sell brewery tours. There's the brewery guidebook, which was available for sale, but it's also online, which has pre-made maps where you can reasonably get from brewery to brewery without getting caught drunk driving and things like that, or it's easy to Uber back and forth to.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So that's great. And they're actually pushing to put the National Beer Museum right here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, because of the incredible beer scene that we have right here.
That'd be a boon. I personally am very excited. The new, one of our favorites, Grist House site is... you could probably throw a football from my parents' house.
To the new location.
They're
adding a new location. They're coming back as a sponsor as well.
Oh, great. Excellent. I've put them on notice that keep the bed ready.
Yes. So, if you're just joining us, the big announcement is the date is set. It is May 11th, the day before Mother's Day, keeping in with tradition. And also, millvalemusic.org. You can go right there, right at the top of the page. You'll see a toolbar where you can apply as a musician, as a band, or as a visual artist. If you are a painter or you draw, or you forge metal. We even had a metal forger last year at one of the locations. That was at the Millvale Gardens. So be sure to check that out. Be sure to apply early. Don't make us wait.
No.
Last year, the artists, man, the visual artists, I loved them. They were fantastic, but it was literally the day before the submissions closed when I think most of them came in and submitted. It was crazy. We're there on pins and needles. We're thinking, are we even going to be able to put together an art show? Because it was so last minute. So please don't put us through all of that stress. Just apply. Apply, please.
I know what I'll be doing tonight.
Yes, thank you. So the submissions are open again, millvalemusic.org. This has been the Millvale Music Minute. We do have a performance from Tim.
Yeah.
I'm Brian Crawford. That's Tim Vitullo. The Millvale Music Minute is a production of the River's Edge Radio Network. All local, all music, all the time. And that's at riversedgepgh.com, the River's Edge on the TuneIn Radio app, and, of course, the River's Edge on Alexa. You can just say, Alexa, play the River's Edge station on TuneIn, and she'll start spinning local tunes right there from your smart speaker.
Beautiful.
And we're happy to be back as a sponsor as well. This is a production for the Millvale Community Development Corporation, our parent organization, also longtime sponsor, founding sponsor as well. That's Tim Vitullo. I'm Brian Crawford. We've got a song to lead out the night.
Okay.
Submit, apply. It is open. Crash the website, please. And don't forget to mark on your calendars May 11th in Millvale, all over. I'm Brian Crawford. That's Tim Vitullo. This is the Millvale Music Minute.
Okay. Here we go. I've been running in circles, but the tail's been chasing me. I've been caught in a whirlpool. The undertow won't let me be. Around and around we go. Well, there's no end that I can see. We're drifting on forever aimlessly. Wind danced in the daylight. It didn't used to be this way. Then suddenly one night, that wind gave me cause to pray. Well, I was younger than today and having more fun than I should. It's funny how the lost time hurts so good. Would you show me what to do to earn our daily bread? Must we claim undying love, or must we vow and genuflect? 'Cause I've worked these hands to death, they're cracked, caked with dirt and rough, and I'm growing tired of searching for a way to make enough. They say life is a circle. Don't I know it's true, but it's not miserable. Unless fear consumes you, around and round we go. Though there's nothing I can do, I might as well enjoy the mystery too. Would you show me what to do to earn our daily bread? Must we claim undying love, or must we vow and genuflect? 'Cause I've worked these hands to death, they're cracked, caked with dirt and rough, and I'm growing tired of searching for a way to make enough. Would you show me what to do to earn our daily bread? Must we claim undying love, or must we vow and genuflect? 'Cause I've worked these hands to death, they're cracked, caked with dirt and rough, and I'm growing tired of searching for a way to make enough. And I'm growing tired of searching for a way to make enough.
Tim Vitullo, everybody, this Saturday! My phone's already blowing up. Super exciting. It's the most exciting time of the year. Mark your calendars, May 11th. Mark your calendars this Saturday, Tim Vitullo at Cousins Lounge. Be there!
We'll see you there.